Nani mo dare o. Alright, people, we got a new opening this week, and my brief thoughts of it, I love the visuals, especially the parts with Madara fighting and stuff like that. He's like, took his shirt off and he's like going ape shit or whatever, beast as hell. And the song, for the most part, it's enjoyable. I like it a lot better than some of the other songs. It's not my favorite or anything as of right now, but this could definitely be one of those that grow on you, and it's very catchy when it starts going Nani mo dare o. It's like really enjoyable in that aspect, and it's a cool opening. It's not the greatest or anything, but the visuals definitely fit the material we're at right now. It's a lot of the fight with Obito. You see Madara going in as well, so enjoyable opening for the most part. The new ending that we got, it's a chill one for the most part, honestly. That's kind of like just sit back and relax and listen to it, but it's nothing great or anything like that. And it's a typical, at the end, Naruto and Sasuke looking at each other. So, for the most part, pretty cool opening and pretty cool ending. I kind of like the visuals of the opening a lot, and the song I enjoyed for the most part. The ending, song is chill, nothing really special. So this chapter was kind of helping to redeem Minato and kind of all the fucked up shit that people were saying about him last week and how he was a failure. I mean, he was even saying it himself. This week, he kind of fucking saved everyone's lives. And a lot of this episode felt like father-son bonding with Naruto and Minato combining chakra and everything like that to help and save everyone. So it was pretty cool to see that. And I'm sure this is one of those things that Naruto's always dreamed of, working together with his father on a mission. So what better than to be saving the world with your father? Anyone else felt like it was a mind fuck? And even the QB said it himself when he was basically talking to himself and asking himself to borrow his own chakra. I was like, huh? And yet again, I mean, last week's episode did it, and this week's episode did it. Tobirama, legendary shinobi. I mean, I gotta give the man props where they're due as far as, like, creating jutsu and everything. He was a fucking master. He created the shadow clone jutsu. Like, yeah, bro, okay, you can stop now. I created that, like, goddamn. Talk about building someone up to be just, like, when it comes to jutsu, hands down, I don't think anybody in the entire story of Naruto has done this much. I mean, he created Edo Tensei. He created Shadow Clone. He created the Raijin, the Flying Raijin. So he fucking did a lot. He is the greatest probably at creating jutsu. I don't know if the Sage of Six Paths was better, but from what we've gathered thus far, Tobirama did it all. Like, as a ninja, just not even, Hokage or anything. As a ninja, he contributed a lot, and kind of a bad way as well, because a lot of these techniques, were used against the world, but regardless of what, he created great jutsu. And I felt in this episode as well, while it wasn't entirely, I don't think, his idea, he kind of came up with it with Kurama, and then he needed his father, and he got a lot of help to do it. Ultimately, this episode, if you look at it closely, it helped to build Naruto up as a strategist and as a leader as well, because even Shikamaru was tapped out of ideas in this episode. He was like, fuck, I don't know what to do. He was even thinking, father, what should I do at this point? So when Shikamaru was tapped out of ideas, but Naruto came up with one, and of course that's because mainly Naruto has the abilities to do this, so he's kind of thinking, on his feet. It's like, holy shit, I have these abilities. Let me combo this with that. So it built up Naruto nonetheless, though, that he is a good strategist and a good leader, and sometimes he can't even explain half the shit that he did, but he's like, yeah, it's working out good. Anyone else feel like that giant beanstalk that Obito was closing himself in took forever to fucking close? It's like, shut the fuck up, Obito. Just close your beanstalk and do your little beam. It's like, even to the last second, he's like, yo, Naruto, your father's a bitch. He failed everyone. Fuck you. Damn, Obito. You mad, bro? And I think it balances out very well. While Obito was able to obtain the Ten Tails Jubi Jinchuriki power, in this episode, he proclaimed that basically he cannot travel back and forth. He can no longer use his Kamui ability. So while this is incredibly strong, it's too strong in a sense, because I'm imagining the reason why he can't teleport back and forth is because he has so much chakra. It's like literally trying to teleport a mountain of chakra, so to speak, of power for that matter, from, different time spaces. So it balanced itself out and didn't make Obito complete hacks, because imagine if he could still use his Kamui ability. This fight would be absolutely retardedly hard. So the fact that it balanced out like that, I think works very well, and it makes sense as well. Like, how the fuck are you going to be transporting the Ten Tails back and forth like he's nothing? If you notice one thing, when they were coming up with the strategy to save everyone, Sasuke was like, alright, Jugo, me and you, I'll grab Naruto and we'll escape out of here. Kind of makes you wonder, was he serious? Like, so he was just going to save them and just kind of say fuck everyone? Makes you really wonder about Sasuke's head right now and exactly what sort of plans and ideals he's obtained at this point. Because while it's cool, like, oh shit, you want to save your friend Naruto, your friend or whatever, cool shit, but what about everyone else? The art and animation in this episode wasn't particularly great or anything. The animation for the most part was and the art was kind of like last week's episode, so pretty much a mirror image of last week's art and animation. Two of the best shots in this episode, though, was when Naruto and Minato teamed up and they combined chakra and did the fist bump. While it kind of felt a little bit like, yeah, bro, we cool, right? At the same time, it did look pretty fucking awesome. And towards the end of the episode, the whole thing would seem the full flashback of Kushina and Minato's death. Well, not the full, but a big majority of it. While it was kind of unnecessary in the sense of storytelling, it did bring the feels, and it kind of led up to that moment where basically Naruto was like, oh, you know, you don't need to say anything. I'll just listen to whatever my nagging mom said, or kind of, you know, the whole homage that it paid there. It worked out well for the most part. Again, it kind of took out a majority of the episode, and I imagine they did that for time, because I'm sure they're still trying to keep away from the manga and, you know, have a great distance for whatever Kishimoto has to write left regarding the story. But yeah, that did take up quite a bit of time. And overall, pretty good episode this week. They saved everyone from the blast. I don't see what's stopping Obito from trying it again, simply because, you know, he was able to pull it off. But ultimately, we got a little bit more progression into the fight, and it was pretty cool to see Naruto and Minato work together. And not to mention, I felt as though it was good for Minato's character for him to once again be a hero and save everyone, especially after last week's verbal thrashing he got. So I'm going to give this one 8 out of 10. Very good episode this week. Really emotional, and yeah, kind of really showed Naruto's progression again as a strategist and as a leader. But let me know what you thought of this episode. Did you get the feels with the whole Naruto and Minato teaming up, kind of being able to be with his dad, also kind of tying in the whole Kushina thing? I would have loved to seen Kushina one more time at the very least, but at the same time then, you know, it kind of would have cut into like, you know, we already got everything going on, and then to have his mother there, which she probably couldn't do too much. She wasn't, you know, the strongest shinobi or anything. What do you think about Tobirama yet again creating another jutsu, the Shadow Clone Jutsu? Like, he was fucking awesome when it came to creating jutsu. And your thoughts on the opening and ending? I felt like I really enjoyed the opening, and the ending is just chill. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, if you could do so as well, that'd be awesome. I'm Funeverworld, and as always, people, have an awesome day.